color my hair. It's looking pretty bad here. So I've been coloring my own hair for years. Now I do use professional hair color, but I like to do it with a bottle. Some people like to use a brush, but I use a bottle with a tip on it. So the first thing I do, this is like icing a cake here, except I'm icing my head. And I put a thick enough layer on there because it's going to squish out to the ends. And you really don't want to have too much more than an inch of growth. And then I'm going to do the back, which I probably can't show you. I don't know if I'm in camera, but I'm not real picky about putting the color on. So that, then I part by my ears. Pull that forward, and I keep a brush handy so because my hair's long and it tangles. So I do a nice bead there, and that's right behind my ears. So I do that. Same thing on the other side. Now this is much easier to do, of course, if you have short hair. But what tends to happen with mine, as I go through the layers, it tends to tangle, and then sometimes it's a little hard to get apart, so I keep the brush handy. But I'm not going to brush the color, I'm just going to brush the ends. And this hair color that I use, it's called Ion. It's pretty thick, so, but at least that it doesn't run, and I use 40 volume peroxide with it, and I use the cream developer. So it's fairly thick, and it stays in place. And then I just go back to the front, and I don't take real tiny sections, I just slap it on because the color will expand as it processes. So I just take some sections, put the color on, and in this part I only go to the ear where I parted. And I take about, I'd say half-inch sections, and I just work the color in. Of course, you're going to have to wear a glove because you don't want to, the peroxide is strong, and you don't want to get it on your fingers. I mean, you're getting it on your scalp, but... And I've been doing this for years. My hair's getting pretty gray now. I tried letting it grow out for a while, but it's at that real ugly stage. It doesn't look pretty yet. If it was streaky gray or if I had more silver in it, I'd probably let this go because I'm really kind of tired of coloring it, but it really did not look good. So once a year, I'm going to try and let it grow out a little bit and see if I like the gray that I have. But for now, I like the blonde, and I've been blonde for years. My natural color is darker, but ever since I went to beauty school in 1968, I've kept it colored. I highlighted it for a long time, and I may go back to doing that so I don't have to color my whole head. But not yet. It's just not time yet. It just does not look good. Looks very mousy, and I don't like mousy gray on me. Some people look great with it, but it just does nothing for my skin tone. So this is what I do. And I color it like maybe every 6 to 8 weeks. I don't like to color it too often because, first of all, using 40 volume peroxide, it's pretty strong. And I don't want my hair to break. And, you know, for an older lady, My hair is still in pretty good shape. You know, some people that have colored their hair as long as I have, it starts looking like cotton candy. But you know, I'm fortunate in that regard that it still looks pretty good. But, you know, I condition my hair every time I wash it, so it keeps it in good shape. And if anybody's interested in how I cut my hair, now I haven't cut my hair in a long time because in the summer, and I'm a little backwards with this, because in the summer I usually let it grow longer so that I can wear my hair in a bun. And then sometimes in the winter I'll cut it a little shorter. So I haven't cut my hair in a long time. In fact, the last time I cut it was the last time I made the hair cutting video. And I'll try to remember to link that below. But that's all I do. And then for the back, I'm not going to be able to show you, but remember I have the section here and the section here. I just take it and I kind of feel my way around back there just to make sure that everything is covered. And then I process this for an hour because, like I said, my hair is fairly dark. But, you know, you have to follow the directions, and I don't practice anymore. I haven't practiced in many years, probably at least 18 years I haven't practiced. I do cut my family's hair sometimes and my mom's, but mainly it's just me. So you have to follow the package directions, whatever hair color you choose. But really coloring your own hair is not that hard. And it doesn't take that long. So the back is done, that half of the back. But see what I mean about it getting tangled? But it didn't knot up. Sometimes it knots up and I have to get the knot out. So back here, this part I'm going to have to run the brush through because I can already tell it's got some little bit of tangling going on. But you don't want to brush the roots, you just want to brush the ends. So now I'm going to do the last part. As I said, this does not take me long at all. I just don't like doing it anymore. But because my neck bothers me, so I try and do it fairly quickly. But this is how I color my hair. And if you're on a budget, it works great. Not only that, but it's way cheaper. Way cheaper. Because I know, you know, by the time you get out of your salon, you get a haircut and a color. I know it costs probably upwards of $100, depending on where you go, maybe more. So there we have it. And then I'm just going to let that process, but see how it's all swollen up. And you don't want to color your ends all the time because that's what gives you that cotton candy look. So I just let this process, this part, for an hour, and then I will mix the rest of this with some water and like half water and half color. And then when I get into the shower, I'll put it on my ends and leave it on there for 5 minutes just to tone down the brassiness because, sorry, because as you wash your hair, it gets a little brassy. What's going on? Okay, that's better. Anyway, I do put it on my ends, but just with water, and then I put shampoo over my hair, and I let it sit for about 5 minutes while I do the rest of myself, and then I put shampoo on my hair, rinse it, put shampoo on my hair, and then that's that. That's all I do. And most of the time I like to let my hair air dry. Now in the winter I will dry it with the dryer if it's too cold, but you can see how it's all covered now because, like I said, it swells up. Okay, so that's how I color my hair. I'll be back in a little bit, and I want to do some shout outs, so I'll see you in a little while. Okay, so my hair's still wet, but this is how it turns out, and it was easy peasy. So I saved myself probably at least $50, $60 by doing it myself. And this is a terrible light, but anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, thought I'd come back. I'm cleaning out my fridge. It's one of those days where the dogs are going crazy. I think there's something living under my deck. So anyway, I found some chickpeas, and I have a bunch of seasonings here, and I'm going to make a sandwich spread. And don't throw out the chickpea water. I'm going to freeze that, and you can make things out of it like mayonnaise, vegan mayonnaise, and you can make whipped cream out of it, all kinds of things. Anyway, it's another one of those, vegan science experiments. So I have here a can of chickpeas that I rinsed off, and I have some kelp powder. It's organic kelp powder, and I got this on Amazon. So that's going in there because I want to give this tuna-ish like flavor. So that's going in there. And here I have a combination of, I have these roasted seaweed snacks. They are honey Dijon. So I ground those up, and those are going in there. And then I had these, I don't know if I pronounced this right, Dolce flakes, and it's sea vegetables. So I have all three, so I'm going to put all three in there. And this is also organic. I got this on Amazon too. And I have no idea where I got the snacks. I think Trader Joe's and different places sell those. So what I did with the Dolce and also with the seaweed snacks is I have a little mortar and pestle here. So I'm just going to mush that up a little bit because supposedly it releases some of the seaweed flavors. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to just chop this up in a little bit. So I'm going to dump that in there. And I'm going to put the kelp powder in there. And then here I have garlic salt, and I have lemon pepper, and about a half a teaspoon of each to taste. So I'm going to put that in there. Now I'm going to grind this up before I put in the wet ingredients. So I'll be right back because this thing is loud. All right, so this is about how you want it. You don't want to make a paste out of it. You just want to make it in little pieces. You only have to pulse it for a little bit. Now I've taken the blade out of here and given it a good mix. So all those seafood flavors and all the spices I put in there get mixed in. All right, now I have here about a 1/4 cup of sweet onion. That's going to go in there. And I'll mix that in so it gets nicely incorporated. I love sweet onions. They're really tasty. So there's that. Now here I have dill pickle relish, and I have about, a teaspoon of dill mustard. And I always keep dill pickle relish on hand because it's great for potato salad, for pasta salad, anywhere where you'd have to chop up a pickle, and it's way easier. So I always keep that on hand. So there's that. And here I have about 2 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. Now I may need more. I'm using just mayo, which is vegan, but you use whatever mayo you like. You can use aioli mayo, you can use Miracle Whip, whatever flavors you like in your vegetable spreads. So I'm going to give this a mix and see if I need more mayonnaise, and I think I might. It looks a little dry yet. Yeah, definitely need more mayo. So I'm going to get more mayo and I'll be back. Okay, so here's what it looks like after I added more mayo. And it kind of has a little bit of the texture of tuna. It's not real fishy, but it has a little bit of that sea flavor to it. So, and it's a great spread. And for those of you that aren't vegetarian or vegan, if you want to stretch your dollars, get yourself a can of chickpeas and make some of this, and you can have that on a sandwich. So that's all I have. I'm going to have some lunch and stick this on a sandwich. So here's what I'm going to do. My mom gave me some croissants that need to be eaten up. They're in the fridge, so I put that in the oven to crisp it up a little bit. I put my chickpea salad on there, and it's actually like a mock tuna because you have the sea vegetables in there. I'm going to put a couple slices of, and this is good cheese. I like the Follow Your Heart cheese. This is smoked Gouda. I like it way better than the Daiya cheese. It's just my preference. I had some cucumber in there. I'm going to stick some cucumber on there, because why not? And then here's a few little tomatoes from my garden. So those are going on there too. So this lunch only cost me a few dollars, not even, under $1. Well, the cheese is expensive, but it's only one slice, so I guess that's what you go by. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on my tomatoes. Because fresh salt and pepper is good on everything. Then I'm going to put some tomato or some lettuce on. That was gifted to me too. Somebody was going out of town for the weekend, so they said, here, take this lettuce. So I did. So there we go. And I still haven't been in the store since the very beginning of the month when I did that little haul. So there's my sandwich. And it's tasty. I suppose I should give it a taste test. So there you have it. If you're low on cash, get yourself a can of chickpeas and make this. It's good. So that was my day today. Colored my hair, made chickpea sandwich spread, and here's my sandwich, and I'm going to take it a taste test. It looks good, so let's see if it tastes good.
very tasty and nutritious. Sorry. And very frugal. So that was my day, my frugal day. Excuse me. Shouldn't talk with my mouth full. But I just wanted to come back and say I wanted to do a couple shout outs. Now these are small channels. They're some of my favorites. And I want to do more shout outs because we small YouTubers, we need all the help we can get, honestly. So I'm going to tell you what these are. Number one is Life with Patti. And I've been friends with Patti ever since we started. In fact, I think we were each other's one of the first subscribers. So go check out Life with Patti. She's a real fun gal. And she has all kinds of things on her channel. She likes to cook. She does walkabouts in her garden. She does cleaning, all kinds of things. But she's just a really fun person. So go check out Life with Patti. Jan from New York City saves money. She has great tips on saving money. And she's a funny lady too. So go check out Jan. A really new YouTuber is Plain Vanilla Grandma. And she has all different things. She likes to talk about different things. She's got 3 little dogs. And she's just a really sweet lady. So go check her out. And Lemoncrinkles. I've been a subscriber to Lemoncrinkles for a long time. She's a nice lady that does recipes mostly. She does some drive-arounds too in her city. But she does a lot of cooking for one. So, and she comes up with some really great recipes. So she's a good channel to check out. Let's see. And then we have Susan's Vintage Life, Beauty, and More. She likes to do reviews on makeup, and she likes to show her vintage jewelry and some of the figurines she has that she has inherited from her family. And she's a very sweet lady too. So that's all I'm going to shout out for today. And if I didn't shout you out, don't have your feelings hurt. Going to put you on the list. And some of the bigger channels, I'll do those later. But these are teeny tiny YouTubers that really need a little help. Go show them some love. And they're just great people. They're really fun people to be friends with. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I'm going to eat my lunch. And hopefully you have a delightful Sunday and have some fun today. Spend some time with your loved ones and do what you like to do. Have some fun. All right, my friends, I love you guys and abundant blessings to you, and I'll see you next time.